New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. And good morning, dear ones. Reverend Robert with you here on a Sunday morning, 8:15 on the Mountain Time Zone. And it means that it's time for our morning prayers. Thank you so much for being with us. It is a glorious day here in Colorado, and I am grateful to be alive, grateful to be getting started and moving and grooving with you this morning. I've actually been over on listening to New Thought Radio and getting my groove on this morning. We've been listening to Ricky B.B. and Eddie Watkins. There's been some Jamie Lula on this morning, some Daniel Name. I love New Thought Radio. It's the original impetus of what got all this happening. It got all this moving. And that's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week over on ntmedia.org. Just click on the little play button up in the upper right-hand corner. A pop-out will show out. And you can listen to the radio station all day. Day and night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So please do join us for that. Good morning, Diego. Yes. Get ready for all day Sunday. This is how it starts. All day Sunday here on the New Thought Media Network. I kick it off with prayers. At the bottom of the hour, we have Rev Melissa with Spirit in Action. At 9 o'clock, it's Center for Spiritual Living Midtown. 10 o'clock, Center for Spiritual Living Denver. We've got a little bit of a break at 11, and then we come back with Center for Spiritual Living Ocala at 1 o'clock. Center for Spiritual Living Greater Boston is in the afternoon hours. We're just filling up that Sunday, all day Sunday for everyone, and that's to create that environment. Good morning, Fiona, dear, or good afternoon, actually. It's afternoon where Fiona is. She's over in Geneva, Switzerland. Glad you're with us, dear one. Thanks for being here. Folks, did prayers last night, and I got done, and I went to myself, there was something I wanted to pray for, and I didn't, and it's not that I forgot. I want to be clear about that. I want to talk about for just a brief moment, and that prayer was for the people that were held hostage in the synagogue in Texas, in Colleyville, Texas. And puppy dog wandering around back there. And I had already been aware of the incident, so I had already done prayer work around it. And so when we got to evening prayers, it wasn't heavy on my heart. It wasn't heavy in my mind. I'd done my work around it. And so when we got to prayer time last night, it wasn't there. There was it was a prayer celebration of renewal. And I want to make that distinction. That is a very, very important point. I don't go into these experiences thinking, what's the horrible stuff that happened this day? And I don't, when I'm hit with something, I don't save it for, I'll pray about that later. I saw a post and I checked the news real quick and I saw what was going on and I went to prayer and I made a post about it. And I went to prayer. That's what we do. So when there's something up in your life, when there's something that's real in your life, that's when you send us a prayer request, prayer@ntmedia.org, like how I did that. Or you get with your own practitioner. You get with someone to get some prayer going. Do your own prayer. Because in our life, in this philosophy, prayer is not begging and beseeching. It's not begging God to step in and free those hostages. It's not getting down on a knee and doing so many ablutions or so many rosaries or whatever just to get to a point where someone else might listen to what we have to say. Around here, prayer is about affirming the truth as we know it, and then allowing for a revelation of truth as it occurs. Yes, Diego. Yes, Diego. We grow to know. Our thoughts are our prayers. Thank you, sir. All right, folks. So, and by the way, if you weren't aware of that story or what's going on, everybody's safe. Everybody's free. I do not know if the suspect was injured in his arrest, but I know there was a bang and some gunfire, and all the people that did not want to remain in the synagogue were able to exit the building and are safe and secure. So here we are on a Sunday morning, and my prayer isn't to pray for their safety any longer. We've done that, and it worked. Prayer is not to pray for any longer, to pray for the perfect resolution of that experience, because we did, and it happened. It's instant demonstrations, especially when we use the power of collective prayer. All right, I'm babbling and I'm starting to teach, and that's not what we're here for. We're here for a prayer. So let's, if you're comfortable and you're in that sacred space, please close your eyes and join me in this. Join me in this place of remembering there's truly only one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence that's moving and breathing and having its being as all of life. No one absent, no one separate, no one discarded or locked out. God, the one, the source, the supply, the wellspring, the everything, expressing as all life. All of it. Yes, all of it. And so I recognize this oneness as the source, the supply, the never-ending wellspring, that one self-existent cause that is forever taking on form and abandoning that form in order to take on new form. I call that God. And I recognize God by many, many names, many icons, many symbols, many images. No matter what you may call it, no matter what anyone may call it, it's still the one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence, expressing itself perfectly as me, as you, as everyone across this entire planet and beyond. And so if we're all one, then no matter what it is that's going on in the world, must be part of the oneness, must be part of the evolutionary path, must be part of the revelation that is God's life as our lives, pouring forth through our lives. And what I know is, as a human, our lives are absolutely co-creative. We have that power within us to create. We create moment by moment by moment by moment, day by day. We create new ideas. We create new things. We create new experiences. We create new ways of being in those experiences. We create new consciousness daily, every day. We cannot avoid it. We cannot stop it. I've often said that once you know this philosophy, you can stick your head in the sand and you still know that you did that. That you have the power to change the conditions of your life simply by changing the way you think about those conditions. Simply by the way you think about what's going on in the world. And so I choose day by day to remind myself of the beauty of life, of the glory of life, of the magic, of the mystery and the amazingness of life. I choose day by day to remind myself, to remind those around me that what's going on, what's happening is absolutely perfect. We are each living the fullness and the magic that is God, that is God's life. We are that. And so I call out to each and every soul that may hear these words, each and every one that may resonate with these words, that may find themselves in alignment with these words, that may feel called by these words, to say yes to the sacred gift that is within. For what I know is we each have a unique set of gifts and skills and talent that we bring to this planet, a unique way of being, that no one else could be, and a way of being that must be. For what I know is this world would be a much, much lesser place without you, without the gifts that you bring, without the gifts that only you can bring. So I claim again for each the sense of activating those gifts, of saying yes to the divine calling, yes to whatever shows up this day. No matter what it is that shows up in your life today, say yes to everything. Even if it's a hard no. Even if it's a hard no. Would you like to do this? Yes. However, that's not necessarily good for my mental health, and so I'm going to have to say no. Do you want to go do this? Yes. However, it may not be good for my physical health, so I'm going to have to say no. Whatever it may be, say yes to everything. Say yes to life. And the opportunity of living a divine life, of being the hands and the heart and the voice and the word and the love and the smile of God in every moment, in every action, every connection, every interaction, every omni-action, everywhere, anywhere, anytime, any two pieces of this thing called the oneness of God connect. There is the one, and that is that opportunity to say yes to everything, to smile with the light of God, to be the love and the beauty and the truth and the understanding, to be the abundance and the prosperity, to be an expression of all that God is in every experience. That is enlightenment. And that is what I claim for each and every one that hears these words this day. A deep sense of the inner enlightenment. Not as somewhere we need to get to, not as something we have attained, not some badge of honor for all we have been through. No, we are enlightened in that we are the light shining into the world. You are the light shining into the world. And for that, I am grateful. Grateful for each and every light across this planet that is choosing, that is being called, being beckoned to light up. Grateful for the reminder of this truth through the power of this prayer. Grateful for the words spoken. Grateful for the opportunity to be a witness to this grand revelation. Most especially grateful to get myself out of the way of the divine process, the divine co-creative circuits, and let God do what God does. Because what I know is God is already operating upon this prayer. All the conditions, all the experiences are already lining up, already coming into alignment, that this word is already being demonstrated and manifest in the world around me. So I got to get out of the way so I can witness that and see that and say yes to that. So I am grateful to release this word into the law that must demonstrate, and let it all be. Let God be God. And if any of this has resonated in any way, please join me in an affirmation of truth as we say together. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you, dear ones, for being with me. I am so grateful you're here on a Sunday morning. I don't do Sunday mornings often, so I'm gonna run. I got to get out of here, or we're gonna cut into Rev BRZ's time, and we want to make sure she gets you have that experience as well. So do one thing for me. Help me say thank you to our sponsors.
Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living Denver, for your continued support. Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living Midtown Atlanta, for your monthly contribution. Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living North Jersey, for your monthly contribution. And please help us welcome Om Center for Spiritual Living in La Mesa, California. Thank you for your monthly donation. Thank you, Center for Spiritual Living Seattle, for your most generous donation. And a special thanks to Hefferland Foundation for your generous technology grant. And Suze Ajit, thank you for your very generous donation. And a big shout out to all our committed donors.
Yes. Thank you, dear one, for all of your financial support, all your help in making sure that this network is able to move forward and continue forward. I'm Rev Robert. I'm going to get out of here. Enjoy your Sunday. Have a great day. We've got a great lineup of wonderful Science of Mind and Spirit services this morning. Check all those out, and we'll see you again soon. Until next time, peace. Whoops, I lost my banner. Where'd it go? There it is.